Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now on this Friday, October the 31st, a Halloween Friday here as we get set for a Saturday afternoon game in Piscataway between the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Wisconsin Badgers. And, on the Halloween theme here, this matchup here against a big, bruising, tough Wisconsin team is scary for Rutgers. And it's scary not just because Wisconsin's a good team. It's scary because of the back-to-back-to-back gauntlet Rutgers has gone on here. First against Ohio State, then Nebraska, and now Wisconsin. A part of the schedule we all knew would be coming before the season started, but now with the home game leg of this, the last leg of this third game in this three-game set that Rutgers had to go through here, the one thing you wonder about this Rutgers team, and the one thing we still haven't found out, is do they have the depth on this roster? Do they have the depth in this program to survive these kind of gauntlets inside the Big Ten? Yes, can Rutgers win a game here or there in the Big Ten? Can they beat a Penn State, which they should have? Yes. Can they beat a Michigan? Yes. Do I expect them to beat Indiana and compete against Maryland? Absolutely. But if Rutgers is going to be a legitimate team in the Big Ten moving forward, they're going to need better depth. And we find out this week if they can handle the third leg of this. We always hear about teams in the SEC, teams in big conferences, that it's not beating one team on 1 week. It's surviving these kind of games where this is the third straight game against a ranked opponent. And that, to me, truly is the sign of a really good football team, a really deep football team that could survive injury losses, which are inevitable in any season, but really inevitable when you take on these big physical programs like an Ohio State, like a Nebraska. We know now that Gary Nova's questionable, Dre Boggs doubtful. Rutgers, if they're going to get through this, if they're going to pull off an upset at home and win a game that really, if you're going to look back at the end of the season and say Rutgers had a really good year, I think it means beating Wisconsin at home. They could get to a bowl without winning this game. They could have a good year. But if you want a really good year, you're going to have to beat a team like Wisconsin at home and really put a stamp on the Big Ten schedule for this season. And this one is going to be about depth. Does Rutgers have the depth to get through injury issues? They obviously have missed Paul James here for a month, and now the quarterback down, and the defense not exactly as strong as you want it to be with some of the guys they have up front. If Rutgers wins this game against Wisconsin, we will talk about their depth all week next week. If they don't, that will be the conversation in the offseason. Rutgers doesn't just have to recruit better to get 4- and 5-star caliber athletes. They have to fill out the bottom of the roster better to get through these Big Ten gauntlets that, folks, are going to happen now on a yearly basis. Does Rutgers have the depth to beat Wisconsin? We'll find out on Saturday. If they do, it's going to be a really fun season down the stretch. If they don't, it's going to be a talking point and a point of emphasis for Kyle Flood and this coaching staff heading into the offseason. I'm Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now.